Hello, my name is Marty Marr from Growth Properties. Welcome to our autumn report. Well, we've seen a cut in interest rates just recently, which is likely to shift market sentiment. So let's unpack what that means. The easiest way to understand what's happening in the property market is really just to study what's happening to the overall sentiment of the market or the psychology of the herd. When we talk about overarching sentiment, we're really talking about the national psychology, which is usually governed by factors like interest rate or economic movements. There's also local factors that affect individual markets, but let's focus on the large overall sentiment. Prior to the cut, the herd mentality was really one of confusion. They didn't really know what to do. Everyone's looking around, looking for leads. But once the interest rate cut occurred, the trend was confirmed. And in many ways, it's much more important about the trend if you're trying to make financial decisions than it is about the number. If you're wanting to make a large financial decision, you want as clear a platform to make that decision as you can. So the path going forward, you want to understand what that looks like. If you do that, if you have a clear runway, you're likely to make that decision rather than not. Anyway, it helps. So with a change in interest rate trend, that runway becomes much clearer rather than before the cut when it was much more confusing. As we know, property markets tend to go in cycles. So we have highs and lows of the markets, which really can only be seen in hindsight. And I think when we look back in the future at this rate cut in this cycle, it will be seen as the bottom of the cycle. So things should improve from here, and it's always the sentiment that starts to improve first. Historically, the next step in an improving cycle is just the engagement levels start to increase. That is the amount of buyers and sellers that are more comfortable to proceed now the runway is clearer increases. And we often see that in the capital cities first. What a lot of property commentators overlook is pent-up demand. So a lot of our demographic, particularly on the coast, are an older demographic and they're simply running out of time. So they haven't got time to wait for the right time. They just want to get on with it. But this clearer pathway with the interest rate trend changing really helps them. So if you're looking for tangible signs of sentiment improving, you'll see it in the auction clearance rates in the capital city. They're widely advertised, and typically you'll see also the amount of stock that will come on initially will be quite high, but if the clearance rates hold in the mid 60% range and then start to rise as the stock gets absorbed, then that's a sign of improving sentiment. That increased activity inspires confidence in the market, and then that sentiment flows typically onto the regional markets and particularly the coast, where a lot of our money comes directly from Melbourne and Geelong. So I hope you found that report informative. If we can be of assistance in any real estate matter, feel free to call us on the following numbers. We'd love to help you.